Another thing that will accompany this is a universal sense of self. Self with a capital S. Now, you tell yourself something along the lines of, I am the universe. You've become universal. You've went from a human in the universe to the universe dreaming itself as a human. You become cosmic. I am cosmic. I am the whole cosmos. And you feel like the whole cosmos. Your body especially gets recontextualized as cosmic stuff, not a physical object, but really cosmic, metaphysical. Your body goes from being physical to metaphysical. It's beyond physical. And yet the colors don't change. The shape of your body doesn't change. You just realize that your body always was metaphysical, and that physicality was just some bullshit you were imagining to fool yourself into thinking you're human. Also, this may or may not happen to you, but ideally it would. Your sense of scale should disappear. So the idea that you're a small human inside of some larger universe, this should disappear. You should take on the scale of the entire universe. Or what you should realize that scale is relative. There's no such thing as scale. That means that when you look at your hands, you should realize that the scale of your hands is exactly the same size as the entire Milky Way galaxy. There's no difference between the Milky Way galaxy's scale, the scale of your hands, and the scale of one of your hairs on one of your fingers. Like, each hair on my hand is an entire galaxy onto itself. That's how conscious you become. And if you become even more conscious beyond that, you can actually zoom into every hair on your hand, and you can realize that it's infinite. That means it goes on forever. You can keep zooming into that hair forever. And in there, you will find more and more complexity and form, just like if you were zooming out of the Earth, you would keep zooming out and you would see galaxies and star systems and nebula and supernovas and whatever else. And you could keep zooming in, out and out and out. Well, you can keep zooming in forever too. And it's when you realize you can zoom out forever and you can zoom in forever that no matter how zoomed in or out you are, you're always in the middle of everything that is, everything that you are, and therefore you are literally infinite and cosmic. And that there's no scale to anything. Scale loses all sense of proportion at this point because it's infinite in all directions. Another distinct epiphany and realization that comes with awakening is this profound existential sense of I amness. I am, I am, I am, I am, I am. I exist absolutely. I am existence itself. I am. For the first time in your life, you realize the significance of I am. And when you say I am, you're not saying I am a human. You're saying I am as existence itself. You are all of existence. This I amness is absolute. It has no opposite. And you realize that you can't not exist. Another thing that usually accompanies this is, of course, you transcend death. This can be framed in two ways. One way you can frame it is you could say, I've died. I've literally died, and yet I'm still conscious. You could frame it like that. Or you could frame it as death is imaginary and death is impossible because I am, I've always been, and I'll always be because I'm existence itself. So both are just two sides of the same coin. And you can experience them in both ways. You can experience that as though you're dying. That's kind of if you're coming at it from the ego's perspective, then it feels like the ego is dying or it has already died. So that can be kind of shocking from the ego's point of view. Or if you are able to let go of the ego, then you can kind of just realize that the ego was just some imaginary construct, and it's not even appropriate to call it death, because that's just it's just literally just like a thought in your mind. You just let that go, and then you realize that you're the cosmic God mind, and then as the cosmic God mind, there's a death is just another thought. It's just a figment of God's imagination. There's no such thing as death. There never was. Just a dream.